First, we have to start the Hadoop. First, we have to put the sample text file into the Hadoop file system. We can do that using Hadoop put. It is created here. Now we will execute the copy command. Syntax is Hadoop FS-CP to path and from path. Sorry, from path and to path. So it is copied here. Now we will move the second sample underscore to file. So we can the new name as sample3.txt. Now we will demonstrate Hadoop RM, which is used to delete files. You can use -r if you want to delete directory. Now we will change the owner of sample.txt. Sorry, it's the other way around. Now you can see the owner is to AI&DS1. You can change it back again. It is changed back. Now coming to the second part of my experiment, I have to implement analysis of weather data set on single node cluster using MapReduce. As you can see, the weather.txt is already present in my file system. Otherwise, you can use the put command to transfer the dataset. So the data is contained in the weather.txt. First, you have to create the mapper and the reducer files. This is the mapper. As you can see, it is standard input. It reads the line, it strips the space extra start and end, and it splits the line based on the spaces. For the splitting of the attributes, you have to look at whatever dataset. As you can see, this is the station ID under different. This is the tab. So that is why we have split the in and got that date and temperature like this. And temperature into float. If it this is we get an error, it's supposed to continue. And we print the date and temperature separate. Now we make the reducer. We import system library. We create variables for current date and max temperature. We iterate through the line standard input. Again, we strip the line and we get the date by splitting the line on tab character. Since we already converted to float in mapper, here we don't need to do error handling. It's directly in float. So if current date is not equal to the date in the line, that means that we either the date is not initialized or it is initialized but new date is there. So we print the current date and max temp if current date is not none, and we change the current date and max temp to the new date and temp. Otherwise, we just change the date and assign temperature. This is because this and nothing is initialized. Otherwise, if the current date equal to date, we take the maximum of temperature and max temperature, and this else block is for the last iteration of the not last iteration, after the last iteration. If the current date is not none, then we print the current date and max temp for the last column. Sorry, the last key. Executing this, we cat the first we execute locally, we cat the weather.txt into the mapper. Then we sort. This K1 comma 1 basically stands for what column you use to sort the output by. Then you just pass it to the reducer. As you can see, you got the required output. Again, to execute this in Hadoop environment, we find where we make this command as the path to the Hadoop streaming jar hyphen files. We provide without giving a space temp mapper.py. Those are the external files. Then we specify the input location, and then we specify give a file here. It will for the input. If you give a file, just you give that file as input. If you give a directory, it will give all the files in the directory as input. And for output, we can't give a file. And this mapper is used to specify the command that's used to run the mapper. And the hyphen reducer specify the command that is used to run the reducer. MapReduce job is running. These are giving all the steps. So now it says job 100% complete here. So you have to check the output directory for the output. And we can verify in MapReduce as the local running.